All right, so we're going to talk a little bit about the lime cycle and present it in a way that's perhaps a little different than you've seen before. Rather than a theoretical diagram, we're going to kind of march through from raw materials to finished product. So what we have here on the right-hand side are some of those raw materials. To the far right, we have limestone. Limestone is a sedimentary form of calcium carbonate, usually coming from the skeletal remains of sea creatures that accumulate over time. And then next to that, we have marble. Marble's a metamorphic form of lime or calcium carbonate that is highly crystallized. So to begin the process of converting these into a lime plaster or mortar, the first thing we do is calcinate them. That's a fancy term for saying that we bake them. Temperatures that exceed 1500 degrees Fahrenheit. The resulting material of that process is what you see here at center. That would be calcium oxide, also referred to as hot lime or quick lime. Hot because, well, it's high pH, around 12.5, as well as the fact that all the heat that goes into the calcination of the limestone, some of that comes back out as an exothermic reaction when we now convert this quick lime into calcium hydroxide. So I'm going to do a little bit of that right now, and that's simply with the addition of water. Okay. As you can see, that produces a good deal of steam. So I'm going to add a little bit more. And I don't know if camera picks it up, but it's also swelling. And what's happening is it's absorbing all that water, incorporating it into its new chemical structure, which is calcium hydroxide. That calcium oxide we started with is now bound chemically to water, but in a dry state, forming what we call hydrated lime. Next to that, if we were to continue to add more water, excess water, we would end up with a lime putty. Both of these materials can be a suitable basis for various lime plasters and lime mortars. Well, the next step would be the application of these materials. And here we have a finished sample of a lime plaster. When lime is applied either as a plaster or as a mortar, over a much slower process called carbonation, it will reabsorb carbon dioxide from the atmosphere, and the resultant material is calcium carbonate. So we end up as a mortar or as a plaster with a material that is very similar, in fact chemically identical to the raw materials of limestone and marble from which we started.